Hello, we are here today at KM0 with Rein, which is the general manager. So thank you for having us in this building because we are having the meeting of DigiTeRRI. And the first thing I would like to ask you is please explain us what KM0 is, where this is coming from, and what its its main mission.
The name KM0 is coming from a railway, and here it was the station of this railway.
Okay.
So it was the KM0 of the railway. And we used to say that Steve Jobs said that the most important place in his company was the coffee machine, because you have people from marketing who can meet people from technique and R&D, and they can create new projects. So KM0 is a very big coffee machine. It's 11,000 square meters. And we have students, big companies, incubators, startups, and the restaurant, you can hear it. And they're all together, they can create new projects.
Okay, that leads me to these activities you are creating, because of course, I mean, this is like a very critical, important meeting point, working as an ecosystem in itself. You're organizing events where you're bringing students, they meet companies. What's the objective of this? And if you could put me an example of this kind of activities?
So what we do is we reduce to zero the distance between students, startups, big companies, and they are all working together. So for example, you have a student that is looking for an internship. He has just to climb one stair, one floor, and he will find the right company. But the most important thing that the company are working together. They are really collaborating together. They are creating new projects, new product, and they are trying to answer to the needs of industry together. So this is really important for us.
Okay, it seems like some sort of brainstorming or kind of co-creation at some point, or the energy of the young people.
We call it a Spanish auberge.
Okay, Spanish auberge. Yeah, I understand the concept. Yeah, and a very nice film, by the way. DigiTeRRI is a project that is focused on supporting the transition to digital, or to digitalization of traditional industry. So I understand you work here with the startups, new companies, tech companies in some cases, but as an ecosystem, or as a company accelerator, or as a place where your business takes place. How do you see this process of digitalization of traditional industry? How this can benefit the territory? Why should they transition to digital?
I think digital is everywhere. You have connected product, you have your maintenance is predictive now. So any company it's really important for them to be connected and to have this digital knowledge. So this is what we are doing. And we are putting, as I told you, startups, and startups can help big companies to their digital transition.
Okay.
And it's the same for a student. The future is a student. So they have to understand the industry, and the industry has to understand the student. This is why we are gathering these people together. And this is really important. So for us, the digital transition of industry is not necessary. This is mandatory.
Okay, that's a good message. And I would like to finish, by asking you for some sort of forecast, if at all possible, because there are a lot of changes. The world changes by the minute. But how do you see a region like this, from your perspective, from where you are actually in terms of, business, in terms of, global competitiveness? Because now there are some messages that we are getting more local at some points, and not, because of the risk of globalization. How do you see, this reconciliation between global and local, and the role of businesses in digitalization?
I think that's really important. And we used to say that company has to think global and act locally, and I'm sure this is the future. They have to think about to find partnership locally, but they need a global ambition, and this is really important for us. Yes.
Digitalization might play a role, I guess.
Sure. If you want to have a contact with your customer, which is overseas, you need digital connection.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Thank you.
Interesting interview. Thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you.